Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another car review. I actually did happen to find this car to review for you guys today. Yes, but here I have a 2016 Dodge Hellcat Charger. So we have a 6.2 liter Hemi V8. We have 707 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic ZF transmission, and of course we have the Charger, so it's a little bit better aerodynamics. So you're looking at a 204 mile-an-hour top speed, and it will do the quarter mile in 11 seconds. Maybe a little better than that with drag radials, but with the regular tires that come on the car, we're looking at around 11-second quarter mile time. But again, the Charger Hellcat, the most powerful production V8 in the world right now. It's menacing, and for this to actually come, for you to get from factory with a warranty and coverage and all of that stuff, here is just incredible. Before, 707 horsepower, just to see back in the early 2000s, just seemed like overkill. And now in today's market, you can get 500 horsepower AMGs, even 600 horsepower AMGs, and all these other different type of vehicles, and they feel like an everyday driver. So obviously the engine makes that 707 horsepower engine makes this car go like crazy, like a freight train. But in order to do that, you gotta be able to have the hardware to stop the car as well. So of course, you do have 6-piston Brembo brakes in the front here with 15.4-inch rotors. So again, steel rotors, nothing carbon ceramic or anything like that, but just 6-piston calipers with a 15.4-inch slotted rotors. All right. Well, here you have the 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi. Again, 707 horsepower, 650 torque. This is the supercharger alone. This big massive thing is the supercharger by itself. And it is just beefy. If you're looking closely here, you probably can't see it, but the heads are still orange. Back in the days when they used to create Hemis, they actually had this, it's called Hemi Orange, and they actually did do it on all the block, and they did it on the valve heads as well. So it's pretty cool to still see that in 2017, and even on a 2016 model such as this Hellcat. But it's pretty cool to like grasp a little bit of the Hemi heritage and bring it into the modern car world. So outside of the car, you obviously saw a red Hellcat. Unfortunately, he had to leave, but I have my friend James here, who was a blue Hellcat. So pretty much, like I said, it was completely stock, except the exhaust note. The exhaust note had a little bit of fadangling with the exhaust, but this actually sounds just as loud. So we're gonna do the interior view in here, and obviously we're gonna do it with James driving. This is his car and the 707 horsepower, and I don't feel like dying today. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's see how this thing is.
Whoa.
I had to put the seatbelt on. So, if you don't have eco mode on, you have the full 707, and you can shift, and you can drive like a complete idiot. So, since this is a performance car channel, I feel like we should do the 707, please. Oh God.
From a stand?
You could do it from a stand. I've never been in. Oh my. That's just wheel spin. That's just. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
That was 90.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, nothing but wheel spin in the beginning, but that's obviously because it's a Hellcat and it has 707 horsepower. Wow. I don't know how my reaction was. My phone fell on the floor, but literally it is absolutely a beast. And this is basically from a roll. Shit, Jesus. Oh my God.
95.
Oh my God. I love it. I'm sorry, I love it. I love power, and man, does this thing have it together. It just has it all, ties it together. But you know, like, it's cool because you're in the car, it's comfortable, it's big, I have space, I have air conditioning, I have XM radio, I have navigation, I have it all. And then you have 707 horsepower that will just really, oh my god, man. That is awesome, bro. When you are in this type of situation where you're like just driving normally, you're on the highway, you're cruising through the streets, it's everyday driving. It's nice, it's quiet, it's really quiet actually. It's really smooth. The suspension really dialed in. It's really nice in here. It's really comfortable. You don't have any exhaust drone at all, and it's like it's like a Scat Pack right now. It's not even like a Scat Pack. It's like an RT. Like, it's really civilized. It's really cool. Back in the day, you could not do. If you had 707 horsepower, it is insane, and it's uncomfortable, and it's unpractical, and it's unreliable. But here we are in 2017 with the 2016 Hellcat that can handle 707 horsepower with a beefy transmission, and it going bumps is normal and everyday driving. It's a 4-door car. It has a huge trunk, and it's practical. I mean, the only thing that's really unpractical about this car is the gas. Because literally, we just idled. Literally, when we took off, we had 115 miles. Now it has 96. That was literally a minute and a half. So, that's the unpractical part. But again, if you're buying a Hellcat, you really wouldn't care about gas. Even the last video that I did, video is going to pop up here, right on the side. But if you haven't seen the review of my GTI compared to the 328 BMW video, the BMW had the same ZF 8-speed transmission in it. Another platform of a vehicle, which is a completely different class of vehicle compared to this, that can handle the power.
So I'm starting off in 1.
Okay.
So it's 2, 3, 4.
This thing's just a freight train. It just pulls, and he's not even on like throttle. He's not even like on it. He's babying it.
Keep the gear as long as I want. I'm shifting actually early, and it's still almost hitting 100.
This thing's nasty.
And again, so it's the gas at $3 a gallon.
Yeah, I mean, well, you pay to play. Yeah, well, like even my GTI, I want to go fast. I gotta buy intercools, oil catch cans, tunes, clutches. I gotta buy a clutch for my car and all this other stuff that I have to get. And it's gonna be a big dent in the checkbook. But at the end of the day, a lot of credit cards to be used, a lot of savings accounts to dump into. But at the end of the day, if you want to go fast, you have to pay to play. Like, there's no other way around it. Love charge. If I had money. If I had like a lot of stupid money and I was looking for a second car just to screw around in and have something crazy, if I could find one of these used that already had the bearing problem and it was fixed, then you can like, I looked at a reference of cars.com for a second. Cars.com, the cheapest Hellcat on their website right now, I believe, is 52, and it's a 15 with 20,000 miles on it, and it's the same color as yours.
But that's also a thing, though. How did the person drive it?
Right.
That's another thing. And also, what was replaced? What were the problems? Because they could have always cleared.
Right, exactly. So for me, it's just more of the fact, like, I think a Scat Pack will make me happy. I think that's just, and I think that a lot of people, when you have 485 horsepower, that's still a lot of power. That's still, I mean, that's not a slouch at all, and you still get the same. Mind you, the difference is like very slim but very major. Obviously, the biggest thing is the motor. You have a 6.4 liter versus a 6.2. You don't have a supercharger at all. It's NA, but you don't get the 6-piston brakes. You get 4-piston on the Scat Pack 392. The other difference that you have, really, and I know the SRT 8 Scat has the Hellcat brakes, the Hellcat wheels, the tires, but just not the engine. It's just more in the suspension. But other than that, it's just, it's just the engine at that point. This is just your daily, and we had a couple of snowstorms. How was that?
Oh, the snow now. Okay, so I was being lazy. I didn't buy winter tires or snow tires in time. So I kind of got stuck. So I still have the summer tires on right now too. So even with the summer tires, it is pretty decent in the bad weather and everything.
Gotcha.
But with the snow, you take this thing out, you can't unless they clear the streets. And even when they clear the streets, it's still pretty shitty out.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you put in drive, you cannot hit the gas. You hit the gas,
You have
no
to just let it
traction,
roll.
no nothing. You have to let it roll.
Like I thought, like I mean, and don't get me wrong, Hellcat is very raw, but it is very civilized. Like I feel like I'm just in a.
Tamed.
Huh? Yeah.
Be tamed.
Yeah. It's contained. It's quiet. This is quiet. This is comfortable. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't feel uncomfortable. I could do a road trip in this. My wallet will hurt, but I could do a road trip in this. I have my AC on. You know, you do get all these different things. You do have XM radio. You do have an 8-inch display where you can control everything. It's a nice place to be. It's really nice. You have very good visibility around everywhere because of the fact that, you know, it's a sedan and you still have a huge amount of trunk space. Your wife won't get mad at you because of the fact that it doesn't have space. They bring the kids too. You know, it's just like, you know, and he's 17, you know, and and it's nice because it's a sedan, and, you know, God forbid if you ever did get into an accident, not even if it's your fault or anything like that, but you'll be safe. This is a lot of car to crush up, personally. I would do a Scat Pack, but that'd be like my weekend car. I'm taking it out. I want to just cut the mufflers out and just have it loud and call it a day.
It's definitely cheaper, and also it's a bigger engine. So
yeah,
when you throw a supercharger on,
which will cost you nowhere near the price of a full Hellcat,
you're still making power.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know, like even the guy with the 6.1, he's gonna get a Pro Charger. He's gonna be probably making nearly the same amount of power as a Hellcat. But I like the Hellcat. I'm all about, like, I'm really anal with like modifications and stuff like that. So it's really nice to have it from the factory like that. And and I wouldn't touch it. There's really nothing else to do to it.
It's covered. Like I'm not planning on doing anything like performance-wise. I just want to change the exhaust.
Yeah.
I'm putting graphics on it, cold air intake. That's it.
That's it. That's all you need to do. Like, it's already making. So how much power do you really need in New York City? Like, you're not going to be able to use it, even from the stock, from factory. You're not going to be able to use it. Not all of it. Either you use all of it in the beginning and you're just going to burn the tires out, or you use all of it at the end and, you know, God forbid, you don't have enough road. You know, it's just that's just the characteristics of our city that we live in. But for what this is, man, you know, James, thank you for, you know, giving me a ride in it. This thing is nice. I really like it. Alright guys, thank you for watching JR14. Please remember to share the link, subscribe. There's more to come. More awesome cars like this. It's going to be a great summer. Alright guys, have a great day and take care.